It's important for me to remind you that everything we do in life is in stages, has processes. Whether you are, a year old today or you are 30 years or 60 years, you did not just get here. Someone gave birth to you and you learn how to crawl and you learn how to, walk and run and stuff like that before you got to where you are. So the same thing is true when we talk about relationship. So, in this video, what we are going to be discussing is pretty much 7 stages of a relationship. Welcome to Dare to Live Differently channel. My name is Prince Samuel. On this channel, we discuss about relationship and personal development. We post interesting random facts about relationship, health, human body, and life in general. Please don't forget to like this video, share, and comment below this video. Remember to subscribe to our channel. Relationship development are in 7 stages. They can be difficult, but guess what? They are a very necessary part of any relationship. And simply, they are passionate love, a discovery stage, commitment stage, power struggle stage, stability and growth stage, romantic love stage, and finally, crisis and recovery stage. All of these are pretty much part of the story of any relationship. Now, it helps to be able to recognize your current stage. So look at your relationship and try to figure out which stage are you in the relationship. Understand why it's important and know what you need to do to break through to the next level or next stage. In order to foster a better, healthy relationship. Looking at passionate love. When most people think of young or destined love, they think of something like this. The birds are singing, the glass is half full, and the love, the chemistry, the dolphin, have flooded the brain's neural pathways, making you feel happy, powerful, and on top of the world. This stage usually starts on the first date and ends when you finally see the person you are dating for who they truly are, whether good or bad. Allowing the high to cloud your judgment about the person you are dating will help you to, pass this honeymoon, stage. That is an incredible, incompatible partner. The majority of broken hearts that result from this stage are the result of lovers who did not see the writing on the wall, basically known as red flags. So always pay attention to those red flags. Don't take them for granted, you know. And now we are going to see discovery. Discovery stage. This can be a wonderful experience, in certain circumstances, such as when you have found your, compatible soulmate. But it's more likely to be a time of discouragement also. The love chemistries in the brain begin to dry up as relationship progress, as do our idealized idealized perceptions of the person we are with. The person we thought was perfect is actually human. It turns to be. Um, with odd quirks, bad habits, and opposing viewpoints, the key to moving past this stage is to figure out what you really need from your partner while letting go of the minor details that don't matter. You know, as long as it's not something that you cannot deal with in the long run, you can accommodate it, you can tolerate it. But if it's something that could turn out to be something huge, like abusive characteristics, you know, my dear, run for your dear life. Now let's see commitment. The third stage in a relationship, or the third stage for our English measure of a relationship, is commitment. Look at it this way. We get new perspective on our partner as a result of our discovery. This is why I advocate asking questions. Ask questions as soon as you can when you are starting off a relationship so that you can better understand and discover who your partner is. This stage provides security and assurance that we are with the right person and we commit to the relationship. You see, why commitment is a welcome relief, from the jealous and uncertainty of stages one and two, we now face a new foe, monotony and boredom. This is interesting. Many couples become so relaxed that they overlook the importance of injecting romance and surprise into their relationship. Learning how to communicate effectively is the most effective way to get through this stage. Again, communication, communication, communication can never be overemphasized when it comes to relationship. It will go a long way. Communicate every and anything that you know that will help to hold and build that relationship. Now let's see the next stage. The power struggle stage. Before making a commitment, there is sometimes a power struggle. Everybody's trying to figure out, what can they get away with, who controls what. Each partner must take responsibility of their relationship in order to achieve a meaningful outcome. This is not a matter of, the guy is supposed to hold the relationship, blah blah blah. Yes, we are talking about partnership, we are talking about relationship. Both of you have to do your very best part to make sure that relationship work. A relationship can never stand on one leg. Okay, for it to have a positive outcome, it has to start on two legs. Both of you have to work together. This is where we work on our partnership, and now we are trying to rediscover our individuality and control over the relationship in this stage. Perhaps you have been fishing, with your partner because they enjoy it, but now you would like them to try some of your own favorite activities, which is great. And that's why it's good to keep an open mind. Perhaps they prefer blue in the kitchen, but guess what? You prefer red. You know, Compromise is the best way to walk through these types of disagreements because they will always be there. We have differences, you know. Um, Basically, the ability to compromise helps you both to recognize and respect each person's individuality. Nobody should lose his or her individuality in a relationship, or simply because they are in a relationship. I mean, that relationship is not going to function properly if one person loses his or her individuality. Moving on, growth and stability. Oh, you see, this stage of growth and stability is marked by a surge in intimacy, you know, as well as a renewed sense of security. Shared trauma, for example, is said to bring, star-crossed lovers together. In this stage five, the relationship that was once strained has now been reconnected by a shared goal of helping each other grow as individuals and partners. It's here that we learn about some of the ways we have sabotaged relationships in the past and how to change our ways. This is a stage you can walk through at your leisure, but be careful not to become resentful. If you overcompensate to meet the need slash dreams of a partner without communicating your own expectation, again, we see that communication. Don't expect your partner to do things that you expect him to do without communicating it. If you need support in certain areas, let your partner know. Communication, communication, communication. I cannot overemphasize on that. Now let's look at the next stage, the romantic love. This is my birth stage. The romantic stage, the romantic love stage. So basically, this is the stage where you wait on until you have experienced mature love to appreciate how wonderful young love was. You see, couples who have walked through the first five stages of a relationship know the difference between passionate love and romantic love. Okay, so now let's look at romantic love. Romantic love is based on comfort, communication, sexual chemistry, and security. Whereas passionate love is based on obsession, sexual longing, and jealousy. You see the difference? The most challenging aspect of this stage is maintaining the level of advanced communication and intimacy required to move forward. Again, communication again, you know. So communicate, communicate, communicate. You say when a crisis develops, it's easy to fall into a lower stage. So, I mean, we are talking about differences in human. This is why the discovery stage is very important. You get to, understand how your partner handles issues and stuff like that. So there you have it, the romantic stage. Let's see the final stage, which is the crisis and recovery stage. You see, not until you experience this stage, this is stage seven, the crisis and recovery stage, your relationship have not arrived. I mean, you guys are still, off and on kind of situation. You see, the this stage, the crisis and recovery stage, can occur at any given time. In the relationship, stages, but it is considered the final stage of a relationship because of its advanced nature. You see, an illness, a job loss, a child's death, or an affair can all be, considered crisis. By taking on the roles of both caregiver and patient, you can resist the urge to take your frustrations out on each other. You know, both partners are drained during a crisis. So let's keep that in mind. During a crisis, a lot of things. The adrenaline is working very fast. So you gotta be careful. So being available to give and receive is critical. During a crisis. The good news is that if you recover, you see, listen very carefully. If your relationship recovers in this stage, you will have gained valuable team building experience. Like this stage can either make or break a relationship depending on how you guys handle it. Um, that will prepare you. You know, you would have gained a valuable team building experience that will prepare you for any future challenges. You see, every single crisis recovery stage you went through helps you for the next stage because for as long as if you guys are doing a long term relationship, in the case of marriage, guess what? The crisis and recovery stage will be reoccurring. It's either job loss here, child death there, um, car accident here, injury there. There will always be, death in the family. There will always be something that will trigger something, you know, um, as far as crisis and recovery is concerned. So, with this said, let's quickly do a summary, and I hope that you guys have learned and the 7 stages of a relationship, and you know um ask yourself, if you are currently in a relationship, ask yourself where which stage you are, and figure out how to uh, you know do better from there. You see, you and I just went through the 7 stages of a relationship, and these stages might appear challenging, but guess what? These stages are a very important part of the journey that every couple must take. Someday, you guys will get to reflect on that passionate love that you guys had at the very beginning, stage, and the discoveries you made, the commitments that, brought you happiness, and the past struggles that led to, your growth and stability. You would discover a romantic love that evolves and changes over time as a result of advanced communication and intimacy. So, making it through these stages will, in the end, result in a seriously strong couple. So, once again, try to figure out which stage your relationship is in and work hard to get it to the next stage. And just keep working hard. It never ends, right? All right. Take care. See you in my next video. Before you sign out, I do have some services you might want to consider. Are you looking for someone to moderate your visual or online events or meetings? Look no more. Or if you are a recent college graduate or a young professional looking for a mentor, you can reach out to me at nearmassllc@gmail.com. Again, nearmassllc@gmail.com, spelled NIAMASLLC@gmail.com.